In any modern operating system, there are multiple users. Usually, there are two of them, one for the person using the computer and another one for the administrator's account. Different users may have different permissions. You may not want any normal user to be able to delete a potentially critical file on the machine, but you may trust a competent admin or the operating system to do it. Those permissions are called privileges, and escalating privileges just means to acquire more permissions on a system. Privilege escalation can be done through many different methods. You might just be able to use an existing functionality within your system or a software application to become another user. Usually, this is an oversight from the person who configured the system or from the developers themselves. For example, let's imagine that the operating system has been configured to run some automated tasks for administrative purposes. This is called a cron job in Linux. When reviewing the list of automated tasks, you realize that there is a script file being run every 2 minutes. Searching for the file's permission quickly reveals that whoever administered this computer did not do a great job at securing it, because anyone can edit the script. As you can see, the owner, which is the root user, can read, write, and execute the file. The group can only read it, but everyone else is able to read it and write it. What this means is that we can modify the script, and since the script is being run as the root user, whatever we are asking the script to do is going to be run with root privileges. Which means that if we ask for a reverse shell, then it is the root user that is going to actively ask to connect to us. And if we are listening, then the root user is going to offer the shell, making us the administrator. Let's try it out. First, let's run a whoami just to show that we are not the root user. Then let's select a port to listen to, let's say 1234, and let's listen to that port with the netcat tool. Then let's grab a Python reverse shell from refshells.com and let's paste the script inside our file. In the next few seconds, the cron job will execute the file once again as root, and this time it will try to connect to us. We just received a connection. Let's check which user we became just to make sure. As you can see, we became the root user. Privilege escalation can also be done through bugs in software. As we have previously seen, an earlier version of a software may contain a flaw in its design, which allows us to exploit it if we know of its existence and if there is a publicly available exploit for it. There are many potential vulnerabilities that could lead to privilege escalation, and if you know about them, you might even be able to write your own exploit in the future. There are many potential vulnerabilities that could lead to privilege escalation, and if you know about them, you might even be able to write your own exploits in the future. There are many different privilege escalation methods, and they're different depending on which operating system you are trying to perform it on. In order to help us, there are tools that automate the search for any potential vulnerabilities. The most famous one is called PeasNG, and we are going to use it to resume the hacking of Cryptrix 2.